For months, we've been navigating a sea of uncertainty. Inflation, interest rates, whispers of recession. It felt like the world was holding its breath. But beneath the surface, a seismic shift has occurred. A shift orchestrated by the most powerful financial entity on the planet, the Fed. And their recent moves haven't just influenced the market. They have ignited the largest bull run we've ever seen in crypto. You're about to discover how the Fed's hidden actions are directly fueling a surge that could send coins like XRP, HBAR, SUI, and XLM to unimaginable heights. But here's the critical question. Are you ready to seize this moment, or will you be left behind, wondering what happened? In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to lay out a blueprint. A step-by-step guide to understanding exactly why this is happening, how the Fed's actions are directly impacting your crypto portfolio, and which specific altcoins are poised for exponential growth. We're talking about more than just price movements. We're talking about a fundamental shift in wealth, a chance for you to finally break free from the old financial rules. We'll demystify the complex world of central banking and connect the dots to the crypto market in a way you've never seen before. You'll learn about the hidden mechanics of liquidity, the subtle signals the Fed is sending, and how to position yourself to ride this wave. This isn't just theory, it's actionable insight that could change your life. For years, we've heard about the Fed printing money. It sounds simple, almost cartoonish. But what does that really mean for your wallet, and more importantly, for your crypto? Imagine the global economy as a vast ocean. The Fed, in essence, controls the tides, the currents, and even the very amount of water in that ocean. They have a secret weapon, a lever they've been pulling, not loudly, not with fanfare, but quietly, subtly behind the scenes. And this lever is now unleashing an unprecedented flood of liquidity into the financial system. But here's the bombshell. Most of that money isn't staying in traditional banks or even the stock market. It's flowing, like an invisible river, directly into crypto. How is this possible, and what does it mean for the future of your investments in coins like XRP and HBAR? The answer might shock you. Let's pull back the curtain. The Fed doesn't literally print money and hand it out. Instead, they inject liquidity into the system. Think of liquidity as the financial blood of the economy. When there's more blood, things flow better, assets go up. One key indicator of this is something called the M2 money supply. In simple terms, M2 is all the money floating around: cash, checking accounts, savings accounts, and even money market funds. For a long time, the Fed was trying to drain the bathtub to fight inflation. But recently, something shifted. We've seen a quiet, yet significant, increase in M2. This isn't just a small drip, it's a steady growing stream. And guess where a significant portion of this newly injected money is finding its home? In assets that offer a hedge against inflation and a promise of exponential growth: cryptocurrencies. This is why we say the Fed has ignited the largest bull run. This isn't a coincidence. It's a direct consequence. When traditional markets become saturated, investors look for new frontiers, new places to put their money where it can truly grow. And crypto, with its decentralized nature and limited supply for many assets, becomes an irresistible magnet. We're seeing this play out right now with a surging interest in assets like XRP and HBAR. So, the Fed is pumping liquidity. That's one piece of the puzzle. But here's where things get even more explosive. Retail investors, the everyday people like you and me, are starting to flood back into the market. Remember 2021? The euphoria, the rapid gains? Google searches for altcoins are hitting levels not seen since then. This isn't just institutional money, this is the collective power of millions. But here's the crucial distinction. When retail comes in, they often bypass Bitcoin and Ethereum, looking for the next big thing, the coins with the highest potential for parabolic gains. They're searching for the hidden gems, the projects that could deliver 10x, 100x returns. This is where the true altcoin awakening begins. But which altcoins are truly positioned to capture this massive influx of retail capital, and what makes them different from the thousands of others? The answer lies in their unique technology and real-world utility. Let's talk about XRP. Often misunderstood, sometimes controversial, but undeniably powerful. Imagine the global financial system as a series of disconnected islands, each with its own currency. Sending money between them is slow, expensive, and clunky, like trying to swim across the ocean with a briefcase full of cash. XRP is designed to be the high-speed bridge, the jet, that connects these islands. It allows banks and financial institutions to send money across borders almost instantly and for pennies. This isn't just a speculative asset, it's a utility token built for real-world, enterprise-level solutions. With the Fed injecting liquidity, and the world moving towards faster, more efficient digital payments, XRP's fundamental use case becomes more relevant than ever. This is why it's a prime candidate to benefit from this massive bull run. The ongoing legal battles have kept a lid on its true potential, but as clarity emerges, and the market recognizes its inherent value, the pent-up demand could unleash an unprecedented surge. The smart money is already accumulating. While XRP focuses on banking, another silent giant is building the backbone for the future of enterprise. Imagine a world where every transaction, every piece of data, every digital interaction is instantly verifiable, secure, and incredibly fast. No more middlemen, no more delays, no more trust issues. This isn't science fiction, it's the promise of distributed ledger technology. But not all blockchains are created equal. Some are slow, expensive, and struggle with scale. There's one project, however, that's quietly attracting some of the biggest names in business, poised to revolutionize everything from supply chains to digital identity. It's built for speed, security, and enterprise adoption. But what is this groundbreaking technology, and why is it uniquely positioned to explode during this bull run ignited by the Fed? Enter HBAR, the native cryptocurrency of the Hedera hash graph. Unlike traditional blockchains that process transactions one by one, Hedera uses a gossip about gossip protocol that makes it incredibly fast, secure, and energy efficient. Think of it like a superhighway for data and transactions, built for the demands of global corporations. Major companies like Google, IBM, Boeing, and Dell are already part of Hedera's governing council, actively building on its network. This isn't just hype, it's real-world adoption by titans of industry. When the Fed injects liquidity, and businesses look for more efficient ways to operate in a digital economy, Hedera provides the infrastructure. This makes HBAR an absolute powerhouse, ready to absorb massive capital and become a cornerstone of the next bull run. The quiet accumulation by institutional players behind the scenes suggests they know something the average investor is only just beginning to grasp. HBAR is not just a cryptocurrency, it's a foundational technology for the future of business, making it a prime beneficiary of this new liquidity surge. We've discussed how the Fed's actions are creating a flood of money, and how projects like XRP and HBAR are positioned to benefit. But what about the millions of people around the globe who are still unbanked or underbanked? What about the need for truly global, accessible, and low-cost payments that transcend borders and traditional financial institutions? There's a massive, untapped market yearning for financial inclusion, for the ability to send and receive money as easily as sending a text message. And one cryptocurrency is specifically designed to bridge this gap, connecting the world's diverse financial systems and empowering individuals. But how does it do this? And why is it poised to explode as the global economy increasingly embraces digital assets? The answer lies in its unique focus on cross-border payments for the everyday person. Meet XLM, the native cryptocurrency of the Stellar network. While XRP focuses on banks, Stellar is built for individuals and smaller institutions, making cross-border payments fast, cheap, and accessible. Think of it as PayPal, but for the entire world, without the high fees or delays. With the Fed's liquidity pushing more people into digital assets, and the global demand for efficient, low-cost remittances soaring, Stellar and XLM are perfectly positioned. It's about empowering the everyday person, enabling them to participate in the global economy without being burdened by exorbitant fees or slow transfers. This isn't just about speculation, it's about real-world utility and financial freedom for billions. The more money the Fed injects, the more people seek alternatives to traditional banking, and the more vital XLM becomes. It's a fundamental piece of the puzzle for a truly global digital financial system, ensuring it benefits immensely from this bull run. We've explored the established players, the workhorses of the crypto world. But what about the bleeding edge? What about the next generation of decentralized applications, the ones that promise to revolutionize gaming, social media, and beyond? The current infrastructure, while groundbreaking, often struggles with speed and scalability when faced with massive user adoption. There's a new contender on the block, built by former Meta engineers, that's designed to handle unprecedented levels of traffic and complexity. It's a blockchain that promises to be faster, more efficient, and more developer-friendly than anything we've seen before. But what makes it so revolutionary, and why is it poised to capture a significant share of the market as the Fed continues to fuel this bull run? The answer lies in its unique approach to processing transactions. Let me introduce you to SUI. Built by the team behind Meta's DM, formerly Libra project, SUI is a Layer 1 blockchain designed for extreme scalability and low-latency transactions. Unlike many blockchains that process transactions sequentially, SUI processes them in parallel, like having multiple cashiers at a supermarket instead of just one. This makes SUI incredibly fast and efficient, capable of handling the demands of Web3 gaming, social applications, and high-volume DeFi. As the Fed's liquidity pushes more capital into the crypto space, developers and users alike will flock to platforms that can truly deliver on the promise of decentralization without sacrificing performance. SUI is that platform. Its innovative architecture and strong backing position SUI as a major player in the next wave of crypto adoption. As the market expands, fueled by the Fed, SUI is set to capture significant value and experience explosive growth during this bull run. We've talked about the Fed injecting liquidity, but let's dive deeper into why they're doing it, and why this isn't a temporary blip. The US government is facing a massive challenge, a rapidly expanding national deficit. They're spending far more than they're taking in. And there's only one real way to bridge that gap without raising taxes dramatically or cutting spending drastically. It's a dirty secret, but it's the truth. The easiest path for governments to manage massive debt is to devalue the currency. And how do they do that? By creating more of it. This isn't a one-time event, it's a systemic necessity. But what does this continuous creation of money mean for the purchasing power of your dollars? And how does it make crypto an even more essential safeguard for your wealth? The answer will redefine your understanding of money. When the Fed continuously pumps more money into the system to cover government spending, it leads to inflation. Your dollars buy less. Your savings erode. It's like a silent tax, slowly stealing your wealth. This isn't just a theory, it's economic reality. And it's why assets with a limited supply, like Bitcoin and many altcoins, become so incredibly valuable. Think of cryptocurrencies as a digital escape hatch from this devaluation. Unlike fiat currencies, which can be printed endlessly, many cryptos have a fixed or predictable supply. This scarcity makes them a powerful hedge against inflation. As the Fed is forced to continue its liquidity injections to manage the deficit, the incentive to move wealth into scarce, digital assets like XRP, HBAR, SUI, and XLM becomes overwhelming. This is the fundamental reason why the Fed has ignited the largest bull run we're witnessing. It's not just about speculation, it's about preserving and growing your wealth in a world of endless money printing. It's not just retail investors waking up. The big players, the institutions, the hedge funds, and even sovereign wealth funds, they see the writing on the wall. They understand the implications of the Fed's actions and the deficit spending. They're not just dabbling in crypto anymore, they're building serious positions. But what are they buying? Are they just sticking to Bitcoin and Ethereum, or are they quietly accumulating specific altcoins with massive upside potential? And why are they doing it now, when many retail investors are still hesitant? Their moves are often a precursor to explosive price action. But how can you track their footsteps and position yourself alongside them to maximize your gains in this bull run? The answer lies in understanding their long-term strategy. Institutions aren't looking for quick flips. They're looking for long-term value, for assets that will thrive in a future shaped by digital finance and continuous liquidity injections. They're quietly accumulating projects with strong fundamentals, real-world utility, and the potential for massive scalability. This is why you see increasing interest in projects like XRP for cross-border payments, HBAR for enterprise solutions, SUI for next-gen dApps, and XLM for global remittances. They understand that the Fed's actions are creating an environment where traditional assets struggle to keep pace with inflation, while scarce, innovative digital assets flourish. They are positioning themselves for the long game, for the multi-year bull run that this new financial paradigm is creating. Their quiet accumulation is a strong signal that the foundation for explosive growth is being laid right now. So if the Fed has truly ignited the largest bull run, and institutions are accumulating, the burning question on everyone's mind is it too late? Have we missed the boat? Or are we still in the early stages of this monumental shift? The market always moves in cycles. There are periods of quiet accumulation, followed by explosive growth, and then consolidation. Understanding where we are in this cycle is critical to maximizing your potential gains and avoiding costly mistakes. But what are the key indicators that tell us we're still very early in this ride? And what specific signal should you be watching for to confirm this unprecedented bull run is just getting started? We are not too late. In fact, all signs point to us being in the very early to mid-stages of what could be the most significant bull run in crypto history. Look at the data. Bitcoin dominance, while still high, is showing signs of weakening, a classic precursor to altcoin season where coins like XRP, HBAR, SUI, and XLM truly shine. The Fear and Greed Index, while showing increasing optimism, isn't yet in the extreme euphoria territory that signals a market top. Retail interest, while growing, hasn't reached the frenzied levels of mainstream media saturation we saw at previous peaks. This means there's still massive room for growth. The liquidity unleashed by the Fed is a continuous force, not a one-off event. It's a foundational shift. And as long as the deficit spending continues, and the need for digital alternatives grows, this bull run will gain momentum. The Fed has done it. They have, perhaps unintentionally, perhaps out of necessity, ignited the largest bull run we have ever seen. This isn't just about a few percentage points of gain, this is about a fundamental repricing of assets, a re-evaluation of wealth in a new digital age. The traditional financial system, burdened by debt and endless money printing, is pushing capital into the decentralized world. And the projects we've discussed today, XRP the banking bridge, HBAR, the enterprise powerhouse, SUI, the scalability revolution, and XLM, the people's payment network, are not just speculative bets. They are the foundational pillars of this new financial frontier. This is your moment. This is your opportunity to not just survive, but to thrive in an economy that is rapidly changing. The liquidity is flowing, the institutions are moving, and the retail avalanche is just beginning. Don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back from seizing what could be the greatest wealth transfer of our lifetime. The bull run is here, and it's being fueled by forces far greater than any single investor. You now have the knowledge. You understand the unseen forces at play, the Fed's role in igniting this incredible bull run, and the potential of projects like XRP, HBAR, SUI, and XLM. This isn't just about getting rich, it's about gaining financial sovereignty, about protecting your future, and about participating in a revolution that will redefine how we interact with money. The power is now in your hands to make informed decisions. Don't just watch this bull run happen, be a part of it. If you found this deep dive valuable, if you feel more empowered and ready to navigate this exciting market, then hit that like button right now. Your support helps us bring more crucial insights like this to light. And to continue your journey of financial empowerment, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss our next critical update. For a deeper dive into specific strategies for maximizing your gains in this market, click on the video popping up on your screen right now. Your financial future awaits. Let's ride this bull run together.